the resurgence of the Y2K theory. This is now being called Y2K 2.0 or Y2K38, which doesn't really have a great ring to it. But essentially, the theory goes that the internet as we know it is going to completely collapse on January 19th, 2038. It says a huge number of systems still run on 32-bit timekeeping, which counts time as seconds that have passed since January 1st, 1970. That number maxes out on January 19th, 2038 at exactly 3:14 Universal Coordinated Time. After that, the clock snaps back to 1901, and anything like banks, hospitals, transportation, or pacemakers could glitch, crash, or straight up stop working. If history has taught us anything, it's that we can do a pretty good collective job of ignoring any issue that's not that's nearly that far in the future. So this influencer called the hippie hacker explained it, and we're gonna need this explainer because I certainly don't have the technological expertise. Let's listen to her.
The internet has an expiration date. It's called the year 2038 problem, and it can break computers all over the world. You see, a ton of old systems keep track of time by counting seconds since January 1st, 1970. But they only use 32 bits of memory to do this. That means the clock runs out on January 19th, 2038 at 3:14 a.m. UTC. At that moment, the counter flips back to negative numbers. So what would happen is that systems that aren't patched would think that the date is December 1901. So imagine a hospital monitor, a banking system, or a flight software suddenly thinking it's in the wrong century. That could trigger crashes, data corruption, or total shutdowns. And we've actually been through something like this before, the Y2K bug. But this one's a little bit sneakier because it can hide in embedded devices like routers, elevators, industrial machines, things that people forget they need to update. We don't know how many systems are going to be vulnerable until the date gets closer. Some experts are saying the impact could be small, while others say it could cripple our critical infrastructure. So is the year 2038 problem the next Y2K panic, or the digital apocalypse that nobody's ready for?
Okay.
Listen, before we get into it, everybody needs to keep this a secret from India, so that way you don't have to deal with any more Indian call centers. All their computers will go down. No more call centers.
Yes.
No more scammers. No more anything from India. Like it's just over for them, and the rest of the world can go on in peace.
I agree. I was just about to say, I don't know about all you, but I am happy that like this is a possibility. I think it's great that there is a possibility that the internet and social media is just going to stop existing while we're all still alive and able to enjoy life without it. So maybe this is just a panic. Maybe it's Y2K, 2 electric boogaloo, but I think that this could actually reap a lot of benefits for us as a society.
Most people, I mean, neither of you guys are old enough to remember Y2K.
No.
Obviously. I'm ancient, so I do. And a lot
I was
of people,
in utero during Y2K.
Some people think, oh, it was not a big deal and et cetera, et cetera. But really what happened was thousands of people were going into computer systems across around the world, thousands and thousands, and fixing it. So there was a remark about ignoring it, and I'm not sure if she meant that it was going to be something that people were going to ignore and it would just be fine, or if she just meant that most people don't have to pay attention to it. But there's a lot of people that are under the impression that Y2K was just not actually a big deal. It was all like, it's not, it's going to happen, and then nothing happened. When in reality, there was a lot of time and effort spent putting in, fixing the problem before it came, and that's why there was no major shutdown.
Okay, so it would have actually caused major problems if nobody intervened?
I don't know what
Or they
systems...
just intervened in case?
Yes, they intervened in case.
They didn't ever find out if it was going to happen.
It was a preemptive...
You can't know for sure because they did intervene, but because they intervened... because they intervened... you can't, like I said, you can't know for sure. So
I think the nerds should stand down here. I think they should just let this thing crash.
If we know what's good for us, we're not going to intervene in this one. We know better now.
Yeah.
We've lived with the internet long enough. It's exhausted all of its benefits at this point. I think we know. And I know you're like a shill for like Apple specifically. I looked into this.
It's just the same doomer stuff. Like, there's nothing good that's come from computers. And everything would be better if we didn't have them.
I'm like
such
a little
ridiculous
bit more of a Luddite, but like, as unlikely as this is, if it does happen, I'm not going to be too pissed about it.
I wouldn't have a job.
I went into my my calendar on my iPhone and set a reminder for like noon on January 19th, 2038.
Update resume.
Like maybe, yeah, maybe a job search begins now.
LinkedIn lock-in.
But yeah, it remains to be seen. It seems like any iPhone past the iPhone 5 will be affected by this if it's true. The iPhone keeps time by calculating the number of seconds passed since January 1st, 1970 at midnight GMT. Many iPhones store this particular number as a 32-bit integer, and the maximum possible 32-bit number is 2 to the power of 31 minus 1, or 2,147,483,647. This means that after that number of seconds, the iPhone system time will overflow, at least for the 32-bit devices, which is, I think, everything that's on the market right now, causing various problems to arise. And it already is such that there's planned obsolescence in Apple products anyway.
Right.
So you likely can't use an iPhone 5 these days anyway. I have met someone who still has an iPhone 5 in 2025, and I thought that was really cool.
Someone we were discussing, pretty sure they have an iPhone 4 and they're still using it.
How? I just wonder, like, how do you even charge it?
Yeah, it's like the big fat one still.
I love the home button. I love
Right.
everything about it, the way it just fits in your hand and you don't worry about dropping it. I feel like part of the reason they made the iPhone so huge is because they want you to drop it and buy a new one.
Right.
Do you what's so funny?
I looked over and it's still dark.
Oh,
That's funny to me.
Yeah.
I got the shot fixed.
If we were
I love
inverted
it.
world,
I
we
love
would
you.
just blame it on demons.
You know, the crazy
Yeah.
thing is inverted world is like when you're in there, it's a bright room as well. I thought it was all dark because when you see
Yeah.
the video like on a screen or whatever, it looks like they're trying to do mood lighting. No, there's
but
plenty of lights in
we
there.
look fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what Phil's
I don't know
deal
what
is
happened.
today.
I'm the one that's not a Catholic, you know, or a devout Catholic.
Could be.
So that's what it might be.
Possibly.
Actually, you're not a devout Catholic, are you? No.
I'm a prot. I'm a
Prot.
nasty little prot. Yeah.
A Presbyterian, right?
Yeah, it's like as bad as it gets. We still baptize the kids. We got that going.
As,
for us.
as long as you're not Episcopalian, I saw
Oh,
that.
I'm not
that,
gay.
Oh yeah, well that's
Yeah.
it. It's like, you know, Catholic gay.
And the Episcopal, not to get on a tirade, but it's like that used to be like the church in America. Like 32 presidents, I think, were Episcopalians, and then now it's just like the aura's all gone. It's
Yeah,
really sad
well.
to see.
Oh, right, because Episcopalians are what branched
Anglicans.
out of Anglicanism.
They're literally just
when
Anglicans, but they didn't want the king being the head.
Right.
So they just remixed it.
We have a 20 from Pop Culture Junkie. There were only minor issues during the Y2K issue. Casino slot machines, an airport luggage system, and some other embedded devices, not many involving standalone computers that had all been patched. Well, I think people were more mild-mannered back then, and maybe those minor inconveniences wouldn't cause anyone to crash out, but these days,
Right.
I don't know. I think people are so on edge. Like, you can tell just interacting with the general public that everyone is on just the hair's edge of a total public crash out. And if there is any minor
Yeah.
inconvenience to their DoorDash order showing up on time because of Y2K38, it might be total public meltdown.
Right. Well, you're seeing in Nepal right now where they just cut off TikTok access and then they're all crashing out.
And you see what happens when you do that.
Wait, where was TikTok
This is in
cut off?
Nepal right now. I mean, there's a
Why?
little more to the story, but like the
Is it
camel.
the government?
Yeah,
that
this are all
decided
that broke the camel's back is they're
Oh.
like limiting access to TikTok and Instagram Reels, and you're gonna get a crash out.
Well, TikTok is supposed to shut down in the U.S. this year. I
Yeah.
forget when, but
And it blows my mind that Elon hasn't dug Vine back up to replace it. Because if you brought
Yeah.
Vine back when TikTok's on the way out, it'd be the biggest app.
Vine
Probably
was, yeah, looking back, very wholesome.
What is it that you can do on Vine that you couldn't do with like making a video and putting it on
Well,
X now?
The best part of Vine is that you could do less with Vine
Yeah.
because it was only 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so-
that's actually the limiting principle
principle,
made
yeah.
it what it was.
And Vine was, I mean, all these carousel apps now, like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, were emulating Vine. And then Vine fumbled.
Well, the founder of Vine, like, killed himself in a really
Yeah,
weird
because
way.
he sold to Twitter and he was like really mad about it and then
Yeah.
just crashed out.
Yeah.
It was really weird. Like it was kind of like the Flappy Bird. Remember him where he just had this like.
Right. Well, he didn't
He
end
got
his life, but he
he got
did like
super
shut down the app
introspective
because he was like worried about it being too addictive.
He was like, "What have I done?"
Yeah.
And all he did was like Flappy Bird.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like crashing out. Anyway.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.